Hello, House Church leaders. This is Andrew. 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Tuesday. Just kind of forgetting what we're talking about here. We had a bunch of staff meeting type stuff this morning, and I'm a little tuckered out, but we'll pull it all together. Hey, as has sort of been the habit, I kind of wanted to give you a little coaching tip as you move into this week. Something to be thinking about. This is a really good bit of advice, both for those of you who are returning house church leaders, and particularly for those of you who are new house church leaders. I think it should sort of be built in the process of how you think about gathering as a community. One of the common stresses that you'll sometimes have, unless you just love the spotlight and love to be the person who does everything when you're preparing for a house church gathering, is the feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm the only one that does anything here, so I need to make sure that I'm doing it all right. And how do people feel about it? Like, do they like it when I lead Lectio Divina? And do they like my discussion leading abilities? And do they like it when I lead Thanksgiving? And do they like it? Do they like it? Do they like it? And you get in this strange situation where you're constantly wondering if the community is judging you on the basis of how well you're doing, kind of handling the order of gathering or the liturgy or whatever. And a good way to diffuse that would be, remember how Paul says in 1 Corinthians, he says, hey, brothers, whenever you guys get together, he says everybody has a word of this and a word of that and a hymn and an instruction and a tongue. And he says all of these must be done for the strengthening and the building up of the body. Paul sort of assumes that whatever the living room liturgy of the first century church was, it was pretty participatory, and it wasn't just one or two really talented people just kind of leading things and everybody else leaning back. And the living room is a really conducive environment for a fully participatory type thing. So what I'm saying to you is it's a good thing to try to give away as you grow together as a community, to try to give away pieces of the night to different people. So you might just go ahead and ask somebody to lead the Thanksgivings, or ask somebody to lead the Lectio piece, or ask somebody to lead everybody through communion. There are just different things that you can give away like that. What that does, number one, is it takes you out of the position of wondering if everybody's judging you, because now they're participating in it. They're probably worried if everybody's judging them, which is good for them to have to work through. But secondly, it liberates the body that's developing in your house church to own what happens in there, and you give people the joy of participating and owning different things. So I definitely encourage you to get as many people involved as possible. You can ask them before house church starts. You might pull them aside and say, hey, would you mind leading the Thanksgivings time tonight? Or would you mind leading our Lectio piece? We're just going to be reading through Psalm 31 or whatever it is. Or you can just call them out on the spot if you feel comfortable with that. You feel like they have enough spontaneity in them that they can kind of pull that off. That you have to be the judge of that, but it's a nice thing to involve people in what you're doing. So do that as much as possible. It'll cause the level of vitality of the community to rise as different people own things, and it's nice for you. You get to kind of sit back and sort of be the conductor almost of this thing that's happening. So give that a try. As far as administrative stuff is concerned, returning house church leaders, be watching in the next couple hours for a discussion sheet that I'm going to put together on the Bloom value of spiritual formation. So there's that. And then also Rusty's going to be putting some information up on the wall pretty soon about our first monthly house church leaders regional gathering. We have different sort of regional leaders that we've appointed. Instructions will go up very soon, and all of you will know exactly what we're doing. So that's that. Hope you guys are well. Love you very much. As always, if you need anything, get in touch with us. Grace, mercy, and peace be with you.